Hello, DC Universe Online Heroes and Villains. This is your host, OG Devil Dog. Alright, in this episode, we are doing an honest review of the Blue Lantern Ring. I've had some time to test it out, have a little fun with it, max it out, get the powers unlocked and everything, and just been able to work with it a little bit. So now what we're going to do, we are going to do an honest review of what I have found out and what I have added to my loadout. So let's go over to the House of Legends and let's go ahead and go in there and go to the sparring targets so I can explain a little bit about what's going on here and what powers I am using. The Blue Lantern Ring, for one, I feel it's mainly built for healers and medics, okay, to enhance their powers. But I'm a DPS on this character here, OG Devil Dog. I'm mainly DPS, but I have it set up as a support role in my damage dealing, okay. I took out one of my damage powers and put in a support role as a healer, to kind of like a corpsman in the military, a field medic, to kind of help your healers out. Maybe they're on the other side of a battlefield and you're fighting a world boss, or you're fighting a raid boss or whatnot, and your healer's on the other side trying to keep other members healed up because you've got this boss surrounded, and boom, you need some quick healing with a teammate or two that's on your side of this boss or whatnot. Well, what comes out of this, what I'm trying to say here, and the power that I'm using is called a Beacon of Hope. It's called Construct a Sanctuary that heals and cleanses sorrow for you and allies standing in the area. So, with that being one of the support roles that I have added to my lineup, I also have the Surging Barrier, which gives me 3 shields. Gain a surge of power and control immunity. Create 3 hard light shields to defend you, reducing the damage you take. Combo abilities deal extra damage and pulse out a heal at the cost of 1 shield, healing yourself and group members. Group members affected by Hope Burns Bright are healed more. So, I've actually integrated 4 of the 5 powers into my loadout. So I've got the Surging Barrier, and then I am going over to Magma Vortex, which is an iconic power. Then coming into Empowering Pulse, and what Empowering Pulse does, it's like a burst of energy, and it knocks the enemies away from you. It dazes enemies, making them vulnerable to dazing effects. Unleash a burst of hopeful light to damage and knock away nearby enemies, healing you and up to 3 group members. So I've actually got some support of healing constantly going on a damage dealer, okay? So when I use the Empowering Pulse, hit him with a Pacifying Strike, a quick move, okay? 0.5 seconds. Dazed enemies, which they've been dazed from the Empowering Pulse, they take additional damage. Then I am going into my Starbolt. Okay, so I'm quickly tapping Starbolt and then holding down for a range for a Star Blast off of that. Terrorize, overload your target with Fright, damaging it and then damaging it again. And then on my next roll, I am hitting that Beacon of Hope, like we talked about previously. Popping that one out, so there's a constant area for group members that are nearby to run in real quick and get a little bit of healing. And then I got my Horrific Visage. It disturbs my target at its very core, damaging it and then twisting it into a monster that cannot defend itself. So that's pretty cool when you're the ads on the way to a boss or whatnot. It turns them into a little ghost or whatnot that they cannot defend themselves. Then I am going to Omega Beams. Get that started, hit A real quick to come out of that, and then using a White Lantern Ring ability, the Luminous Beam, And dazed enemies again. Some of the enemies have already dazed. And then I am hitting them with Soul Signature. And then finally, Nemesis Lasso. Hitting triangle, double tapping triangle to come out of that, and then starting my cycle all over again. Alright, I have maxed out both the white ring and the blue ring. I really enjoyed some of the stuff with the white ring, especially the shield, but what I'm mainly using here is the luminous beam. And I've integrated 4 out of the 5 blue lantern abilities into my lineup. And now I'm going to show you what it does. Okay, so this is a single target. We're just doing a single target here. Do not have the barrier ready and charged up. And that is what, let's see, which one is it? That is what the horrific visage is for. It's a supercharged generator. So the more times I use that, the faster my surging barrier charges. Okay, so without further ado, let me show you kind of how I've integrated the blue lantern ring into my lineup, my loadout, and how it works for me. Alright, so we're going to hit them with a subjugator, hit them with zombies, hit them with the tier 3 mother box, pop my General Zod, hit them with a supply drop, and then we are going to look at that for 8 seconds. Alright, so we're going to do some damage there. Now that I'm getting my power taken away. And there's that barrier. And there we go. And this is how it does all my loadouts, okay? I'm constantly doing damage. And let's see. You see everything I'm doing here, how it's all working out. And I've got this set for 10 seconds, so I mean I'm doing roughly 3 to 5 million damage every 10 seconds, depending on what I have out and how much damage I'm doing at one time. So it's kind of a fun build that I'm using, and I'm basically not just a damage, but a field medic to help my healers out when they're kind of getting a bind or they're running low or whatnot. My zombies are staying out forever. What I'm using in allies is actually General Zod, Superboy to bring out Crypto, and Cyborg to keep a generation on my power bar. So this is my honest review of this. I kind of like the blue lantern ring for its support roles and to be able to help out. Integrate a little bit of a blue ring into your lineup and your loadout, and especially if you're damage dealers or tanks or whatever. If you got an extra support role that can help heal you, this blue ring is the way to go. I really dig it. I've seen a lot of other reviews on it, but I've actually took the time to test this out and work it out to what is best in my loadout. And we all play differently. We all do things differently. We all have a lot of fun. Some players, they just want a strictly white lantern or a strictly red lantern or blue lantern, green, yellow, whatever color rainbow. They don't like combining powers. But you know, DC Universe is great on allowing you to use your imagination and have fun with your power sets, build it to your liking and your power builds and how you have fun in the game. So with that said, I encourage everyone to finish out the event, build up your blue ring power set for support that you may need in your loadout, and it's going to cost you about 200,000 experience in Nth Metal, and leveling up with the Catalyst. It's an automatic breakthrough, so you don't have to worry about using Scylla preservations or Scylla completions. just like it was with the white ring. So with that said, this is OG Double Dog. I hope you enjoyed the video. Y'all be blessed. Have fun. I will see you out in the world. I am on the Xbox Series, and hopefully the developers will see this and put the PC, P5, PlayStation, PC, PlayStation, and Xbox on the server so we can have a lot more fun together. And with that said, y'all be blessed, and I will see you next video. This is OG Double Dog with Easy Company. Y'all take care.